Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the nation, we have some absolutely earth-shattering news to discuss today, a story that will shake the very foundation of the NFL and send ripples through every franchise, locker room, and fan base from coast to coast. Josh Allen, the face of the Buffalo Bills for the past several seasons, the man who redefined the quarterback position with his cannon of an arm and bulldozer-like rushing ability, has just signed a jaw-dropping 3-year contract to become the new quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, you heard that right. Josh Allen is leaving Buffalo and heading to Arlington, Texas, where he will take the reins of America's team in what can only be described as one of the most shocking quarterback moves in NFL history. This is not just a player changing teams. This is a seismic shift in the balance of power in the NFL. A franchise quarterback, a perennial MVP contender, leaving the team that drafted him, developed him, and stood by him through thick and thin to join one of the league's most storied and scrutinized franchises. This isn't your average trade or free agent signing. This is the kind of moment that becomes a permanent chapter in NFL history books, the kind that fans will talk about for decades to come. So let's take a deep dive into how we got here, what this means for both the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys, and what we can expect going forward in this wild new era of the NFL. To begin, let's understand just how unlikely this was even a few weeks ago. Josh Allen was widely considered untouchable, a player who had not only earned the loyalty of the Buffalo front office but also built a deep connection with the city and its passionate fan base. Drafted 7th overall in 2018, Allen evolved from a raw, big-armed talent into a full-blown superstar, leading the Bills to multiple playoff runs, including an AFC Championship appearance. His mix of passing prowess, improvisational skill, and physical toughness made him one of the most feared quarterbacks in the game. Many believed he was destined to spend his entire career in Western New York. But behind the scenes, tensions were reportedly growing. After several promising seasons that ultimately ended in disappointment, word began to leak that Allen was becoming frustrated with the lack of playoff success and the pressure of carrying the entire franchise on his shoulders. Rumors of philosophical differences between Allen and Buffalo's coaching staff, particularly regarding offensive scheme and personnel decisions, only fueled the speculation that something bigger was brewing. Still, no one truly believed that Buffalo would ever let him walk. And then, in a move that blindsided fans and analysts alike, came the announcement: Josh Allen had officially agreed to a 3-year, $165 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys, including $110 million fully guaranteed and a player option for a 4th year. Now let's talk about what this means for the Dallas Cowboys. After years of quarterback instability and postseason frustration, the Cowboys have finally secured a quarterback who can go toe-to-toe with the very best. For the past several seasons, Dallas had invested heavily in Dak Prescott, a player who had his moments but ultimately couldn't get the Cowboys over the hump in the playoffs. After multiple early exits, questions began to swirl about whether Dak was the guy to take the Cowboys to the promised land. When the opportunity arose to go after Josh Allen, the Dallas front office, led by Jerry Jones, never one to shy away from a blockbuster, went all in. And let's be clear, this wasn't just a business decision. This was a legacy play. Jerry Jones has made it his personal mission to return the Cowboys to Super Bowl glory, and bringing in Josh Allen could very well be the final piece of the puzzle. Allen brings everything the Cowboys have been missing: elite arm strength, clutch playmaking, and a fearless mentality that fits perfectly with the aggressive culture of the franchise. Pairing him with the weapons on Dallas's offense: CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, a strong offensive line, and a revamped run game turns this unit into an absolute juggernaut. And that's not even mentioning the Cowboys' top-tier defense led by Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence. With Allen at the helm, Dallas becomes not just a contender, but possibly the favorite to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Of course, this deal didn't come without drama or controversy. The backlash in Buffalo was immediate and emotional. Bills fans, who have lived and breathed with every Josh Allen touchdown, hurdle, and stiff arm, are feeling a mix of heartbreak and betrayal. Allen wasn't just a player, he was a symbol of hope, toughness, and Buffalo pride. The organization has promised a rebuild and claims they have a long-term plan in place, but the truth is, there is no replacing Josh Allen. Not anytime soon. And let's not forget what Buffalo gave up here, a prime, MVP-caliber quarterback in the heart of his career. That doesn't grow on trees. It's also worth noting that while the move caught the public off guard, insiders say this deal was weeks if not months in the making. Negotiations were quiet, but intense, and involved Allen's agent pushing for a situation that gave his client the best chance to win a Super Bowl immediately. Enter Dallas, with a roster ready to compete and an owner willing to spend. From Allen's perspective, this move makes perfect sense. He's joining a franchise with a huge national spotlight, top-tier resources, and a fan base that's hungry for a winner. And in terms of legacy, there may be no greater opportunity than becoming the quarterback who finally brings the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. If Allen can do that, his name will be etched in NFL lore forever. Now, let's talk numbers, because this contract is every bit as eye-popping as the move itself. Allen's deal makes him one of the highest-paid players in the league, with an average annual value of $55 million. The fully guaranteed portion, $110 million, ranks among the top 3 in NFL history, showing just how committed Dallas is to making this work. The structure of the deal also allows for flexibility, with cap-friendly maneuvering that allows the Cowboys to remain aggressive in free agency and keep talent around their new franchise QB. Financially, it's a huge bet, but if Allen performs at the level we've seen over the past few seasons, it could end up looking like a bargain by the time it's all said and done. And speaking of performance, expectations are already sky high. Anything less than a Super Bowl appearance will be seen as a failure. That's the reality of being QB1 in Dallas. The media pressure, the fan scrutiny, the primetime attention, it all comes with the territory. But if there's any player built to handle that weight, it's Josh Allen. He's been doubted before. He's been called raw, inaccurate, overhyped, and each time, he's answered with action, not words. Now, he'll get the chance to prove his greatness on the biggest stage in football. Of course, we have to think about the ripple effects across the league. This move completely reshapes the quarterback landscape. Teams that thought they were a piece away are suddenly scrambling to adjust. Division rivals are reevaluating their defensive strategies. The NFC East, which was already competitive, is now a gauntlet. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders will all have to deal with Josh Allen twice a year. Meanwhile, over in the AFC, there's a power vacuum left by Allen's departure from Buffalo. Teams like the Bengals, Chiefs, and Ravens are eyeing the opportunity to step into that gap. And you better believe the Jets and Dolphins are celebrating their path just got a little bit easier. Meanwhile, younger quarterbacks across the league from C.J. Stroud to Jordan Love are watching closely, knowing that the bar has just been raised for what it means to be a true franchise guy. This is the kind of move that changes not just one team, but the entire rhythm of the league. In the coming weeks, all eyes will be on Dallas training camp, where Allen will don the star for the first time. The first photos, the first press conference, the first time he throws a touchdown in that iconic navy and white uniform, every moment will be dissected. And make no mistake, every team on Dallas's schedule is already circling the date, preparing for what's to come. Fans will pack the stadium. Opponents will bring their best. And the media circus will be relentless. But through it all, the only thing that matters is what happens between the lines. That's where Allen shines. That's where legends are made. And if the Cowboys can finally break their postseason curse with Josh Allen under center, then this move, as wild and controversial as it may seem today, will go down as one of the greatest decisions in NFL history. So buckle up, Cowboys Nation. A new era has begun. Josh Allen is coming to Dallas. And he's not here to play it safe. He's here to win it all.